Dreams, dreams, and dreams. I spoke today about realizing my dream of being a paid talk show host. If I never be that again, I did realize that dream a year ago. So that dream was realized. So, set you some goals, conjure up you a dream, and make it a reality. So, yeah, there's your pulls for this evening from the Indigo deck. Short and sweet, to the point. Dream, love yourself, and know that you are safe.
Now, I have a request for you.
Yes.
All three books, pages 20 and 14 out of all three books. Page 21st.
20 and 14 out of each book, page 21st. Gotcha.
Right. It represents the year 2014.
Gotcha. Thank you for, because I'm like, am I going to remember this? Okay, gotcha. Page 20 of Red Hawk Speaks Words of Wisdom says, afraid to move on from an ailing relationship? Tomorrow's uncertainties are sweeter than you can imagine. Afraid to move on from an ailing relationship? Tomorrow's uncertainties are sweeter than you can imagine. And see, RC, for this page to be picked, you didn't know the conversation me and my mommy had today. On our little walk. We take a walk every day. I just said, folks should be more afraid of their present situation than they are of the future. You're in your present situation. It's not going right. Okay? But you scared to get out of that because you don't think tomorrow is going to hold anything better. Well, at least give it a shot. As long as you stay in that thing today and be afraid to let it go for fear that tomorrow won't bring anything better, you'll never get to better. I would be more afraid of today than I am tomorrow. At least tomorrow brings on a new possibility. Long as you stay in today, how can you get to the good? Be more afraid of your present than you are your future. I'm just saying. You don't know what the future holds. You know what you got right now, and it ain't good. Don't be so afraid to let go. Tomorrow is full of endless possibilities, and some of them are good. Sure are. That was page 20 of Red Hawk Speaks. Page 20.
Red Hawk. Speak it, Red Hawk. Speak it.
Page 20 of Spirit of the Hawk, Mental Flight, says, I love the gift that I am. I am honored to have been chosen. Would never think that I'm better than anyone. I just know the price that my head carries, and with that knowledge, it's hard to be humble. Thanking God for the divine truth of who I am, what I am, and why I am.
Mm-hmm.
And see, this page also correlates to what me and Mommy were talking about. It's just insane that you would be choosing pages that are linked to my conversation today with Mother.
me and you are spiritually linked. That's why.
Yeah.
And it was just put on my spirit. It was just put on my spirit right before I said, Miss TJ, I got a favor to ask. It was just put on my spirit right to look at the calendar, and the number's 2014. So that's how it works.
And see, in picking these pages that correlate to today's conversation, I get to, let you guys in on the conversation. I share with my mom, and it goes hand in hand to this. I'm going to read it again. I love the gift that I am. I am honored to have been chosen. Would never think I'm better than anyone. I just know the price that my head carries. And with that knowledge, it's hard to be humble. Thanking God for the divine truth of who I am, what I am, and why I am. And see, the word humble, people, associate the word humble as being, let's see. Let me see if I can pull this out of my mind as I want to say it. People are always saying, stay humble, stay humble, stay humble. What exactly does humble mean? Non-arrogant. See, a lot of people mistake my confidence for arrogance. Arrogance is knowing that you all that and this, that, and the other. I don't really feel that way, but I am confident in who I am. I'm confident in why I am. I'm confident in what I am. And I said to my mom just today, I said, man, people must really not like they must really not like me. I mean, I can be on Facebook 24/7 and see folks sharing this and sharing that and sharing this and sharing that of people they don't even know personally, sharing this and that of people they'll never come in contact with. And here I am sharing words of wisdom, sharing this, sharing that on my wall. And I know people see it. Why can't you hit the share button when you see my stuff? Doesn't it make sense? Doesn't it touch your spirit? Doesn't it touch your soul? What's so hard about sharing my stuff? So I was voicing that today with Mother. And I also said, you know what? I said, when I pass away, I want my headstone to say. And then I said, you know what? Don't even wait till I pass away. Just get the headstone already. And I said that, and Mother kind of paused and almost fell over because I said, I need a headstone. She's thinking like, okay, don't start talking death. But it was just the whole point of I want my headstone to say, she died trying. She died trying. Every day that I get up, I purpose to make a difference. I purpose to create a change. I purpose. And I don't know if I accomplished that thing or not, but I'm going to die trying. And Mother said, you know what? She's like, you're right. She says, regardless of if it works or not, you sure be trying. So, saying that, I love the gift that I am. I didn't create myself. I didn't put myself on this walk. I did not put myself on this path. All I'm doing is waking up, trying to make a difference, trying to do something, trying to do this, trying to do that. It's hard when you don't have support. It's hard when you don't have anybody backing you. But guess what?
Yes.
I'm going to die trying. So thanks for that page selection. I was able to explain myself. Page 20 of Trisha's Treasures, Gems of Inspiration says God is looking for people who aren't afraid to walk out onto the water. Are you? Let me say that one again. God is looking for people who aren't afraid to walk out onto the water. Are you? Oh my goodness. If I thought I could walk on water, Lord knows I'd try. Faith. God is looking for folks who aren't afraid to take a step, aren't afraid to try this, aren't afraid to try that. He's looking for a person who practices their faith. I can do this. I know I can. Can you?
Mm-hmm.
Those are page 20s of each of the books. Now for page 14. Red Hawk Speaks Words of Wisdom, page 14. Says, no one should have to change who they are to love you. If they aren't your idea of love, don't force it. People are who they are, what they are, and why they are, for a reason.
You are correct.
Wow. Wow. That's saying something. That's powerful,
that kind of confirms what I've been saying all along about them stepping stones.
Definitely.
If you read into what you just read, that's basically what it's saying. Stepping stones. People come into our lives and for either good reasons or bad. But if you think about it, life is a lesson. Each day, life is a lesson. So it's up to us, each individual, to learn life lessons for what's dealt for us. What works for Ms. TJ might not work for RC, and vice versa. So each day is a lesson for us to learn and to grow from. Life teaches, we just have to learn it. Sometimes we don't understand it, but we have to learn it. And that's what people fail to understand. Oh, why is this happening to me? And think about it now. For those of us that go through those relationships that never seems to work out, and since you were a teenager up until now, you'd have been through relationship. Haven't you learned anything from that? You have to read between the lines. So if you go through relationship after relationship after relationship, and you still stuck on, I like this type of person. But if you go through relationship after relationship after relationship, that type of person, the lesson is not working for you. That might be what you want, but that's not what is good for you. You have to come to realization sometime in your life, well, I tried that and it didn't work for me, because that's lessons that you need to learn. Those are stepping stones. Sometimes people come into your life, and don't get me wrong, it can be probably some of the best relationship that you've ever had, but it just don't work for one reason or another. It don't have to be just bad relationships that you learn from. You can learn from good relationships. Just think about, there's people that came in your life, the relationship was the best you ever had. You never had that type of individual before, even after that individual is out of your life. It seemed like everybody else cannot compare. But think about it. When that good person was in your life, and it didn't work, that's a lesson for you to learn. Maybe you are on the right track with that person, but there was something there. That's why it didn't work.